Hey Marcus, you're going to be late again? I just finished work and I'm heading to the store. Should I make anything specific for dinner?
Hey, babe, you don't need to make anything for me. Working overtime again.
Again? That's the third time this week. Did something big come up at work?
Yeah, this project is killing me. The deadline got moved up.
That's happening a lot lately. Are you doing okay? You must be exhausted.
I'm fine physically, just a bit sleepy. Don't worry about me.
But I do worry. You barely ate breakfast this morning, and you've been skipping lunch too, haven't you?
Had a quick sandwich at my desk. Really, I'm managing.
You're not getting enough sleep. And you've been working weekends too. Don't push yourself too hard. How much longer is it going to be this busy?
Not sure yet. Sorry for leaving all the housework to you. Things are just hectic right now.
I noticed your coffee cup was still full this morning. Did you even have time to drink it?
Must have forgotten. Meetings all morning.
You're busier than me right now. Don't worry about that. But it is kind of lonely that we can't even relax on weekends. We haven't gone anywhere in ages.
I know. I've been meaning to make it up to you.
Remember that little cafe we used to go to on Sundays? The one with the amazing French toast?
Yeah, the one near the park. Been a while since we've been there.
3 months, actually. Not that I'm counting.
Sorry about that. I promise I'll take this weekend off. We can go there if you want.
Really? You mean it? No last-minute work emergency?
I'll make it happen. Promise.
Okay, you definitely need some rest. Maybe we can just have a quiet day at home. I don't want you pushing yourself if you're tired.
I could use a break. Maybe I'll cook for once.
Really? You sure? I was planning to do it. Last time you cooked, you nearly burned the kitchen down.
That was one time. The recipe said high heat. I've learned since then.
Have you, though? Remember the pasta incident last month?
That wasn't my fault. Who knew pasta could stick like that?
Everyone, Marcus. Everyone knows that. But I appreciate the offer.
I can't keep letting you do everything. You work too. You must be tired. Let me handle at least one weekend day. I've been watching cooking videos.
Cooking videos? During your breaks?
Yeah, trying to learn something useful. Want to impress my wife a bit.
That's sweet. But maybe start with something simple, like breakfast?
You don't trust my culinary skills?
Let's just say I want our kitchen to survive, lol. But I'd love to see you try.
Challenge accepted. I'll make breakfast and dinner.
Wow, getting ambitious. Should I have the fire extinguisher ready?
Very funny. Just for that, I'm making something complicated.
As long as it's edible. Thanks. I'll take you up on that offer for one of the days. It'll be nice to sleep in for once.
You deserve a break too. Been carrying more than your share lately.
It's fine. We're a team, right? When one person is busy, the other picks up the slack.
Still, I appreciate it. More than I show sometimes.
I know you do. Just wish we had more time together, like we used to.
Things'll calm down soon, then we can get back to normal.
Normal sounds nice. Oh, speaking of normal, so there's something else I wanted to talk about. I've been thinking about switching to working from home.
Why? Everything okay at your office?
Yeah, everything's fine there. Just been thinking about our future. The pay would be a bit less, but I could manage the house better, and it would work better for when we start a family. We barely see each other with both of us working full-time, and I've been thinking it might be time to start trying for kids.
Kids? That's sudden.
Not really. We've talked about it before. Remember? Last year during New Year's?
I see. That was different, though. We were just dreaming then.
And now I'm thinking practically about how we could make it work. What do you think? I'd still make more than half what I'm making now, so it wouldn't impact our finances too much.
Can we put that on hold for a minute? No, I mean, it's not a bad idea for the future, but I need to ask you to wait. Actually, I've been wanting to talk to you about sending money to Mom.
Money to your mom? Did something happen? Is she okay?
You know she runs that small B&B, right? Well, with everything going on lately, business isn't good. I want to help her out.
That's weird. When I talked to her recently, she said they were managing okay. She seemed pretty positive about the summer bookings.
She's putting on a brave face. She doesn't want us to worry. You know how she is.
I guess. But she usually tells me when things are tough. We had that long chat just last week.
She probably didn't want to burden you. She tells me different things, as her son, you know?
Oh, okay. I understand about helping with money. I want to help your mom too. So, how much are we talking about? A few hundred a month?
Probably need at least $2,000 monthly.
What? $2,000 monthly? That's so much. Are you sure that's what she needs?
That's how bad things are. She's got a couple employees, and most of the revenue goes to paying them, plus utilities, maintenance.
But $2,000 is like half our monthly income. That's really pushing it. We'd have to cut back on everything.
I'll cut back on my spending, too. It'll just be temporary, just until business picks up again.
Well, we could technically manage, but our standard of living would drop a lot. We'd hardly be able to eat out. You understand that, right? And what about the family plans we were just discussing?
Yeah, I get it. If it was permanent, I'd be worried, but a few months should be fine. Family plans can wait a bit.
I guess, but it feels like everything is always waiting lately.
She helped pay for our wedding, too. I want to pay her back. Remember how much she contributed?
Of course I remember. Your mom has always been so generous. That's why this is surprising. She never mentioned needing help.
We don't have much choice. She's getting older, so there are more expenses. Let's start with $2,500 monthly, then we can reduce it if things improve.
$2,500? That's even more than you just said. How did we jump from $2,000 to $2,500?
After calculating everything, it's better to give a bit more. Make sure she's comfortable.
All right. But make sure you tell your mom we can't keep up this amount long term. And maybe we should visit soon? See how she's doing?
No need for that. I mean, she's really busy right now. Maybe in a few months.
If you're sure. I just worry about her.
Of course! Sarah, I'm sorry. I know you were planning for the future. This isn't how I wanted things to go either.
It can't be helped. We help each other in tough times. I just hope the business picks up soon. Family takes care of family, right?
Yeah, once we don't need to send money anymore, we can revisit the work-from-home idea. Just bear with me for a while. You're amazing, you know that?
Just doing what needs to be done. But I'll hold you to that promise about the weekend. Even if we just stay home.
Definitely. Time for me to get back to work. These reports won't finish themselves.
Okay, don't stay too late. There's leftover curry in the fridge if you get hungry.
Thanks, babe. You're the best.
Try to get some rest tonight. Love you.
Love you too.
Marcus, are you back at the hotel? It's getting pretty late there.
Just finished dinner with the clients. Heading back to the hotel now. The meeting ran longer than expected.
Did you at least get to eat properly this time? Not just convenience store food?
Had a proper dinner. The company's paying.
That's good to hear. How's the weather there?
The downtown area here's beautiful. I keep thinking how much you'd love it. Lots of little shops and cafes.
Sounds nice. Maybe we could visit together sometime, once things settle down with your mom's situation.
Yeah, maybe. That would be nice.
Speaking of money. By the way, I need to talk to you about something. I checked the credit card statement that came in. What's going on? You're spending way too much while we're supposed to be helping your mom. This is way over your usual allowance.
Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
What's fine about it? These charges are huge. There's one for $500 at a restaurant. Were the clients there?
I'm using my pre-marriage savings to cover it, so it doesn't affect our household budget. No need to stress.
Wait, you had savings from before marriage? This is the first I'm hearing about this. Why didn't you mention this before?
Well, I never mentioned it. I heard that money from before marriage isn't considered shared money. It's not a big deal.
That's true, but still, you should try to avoid using savings if possible. We're already stretched thin with helping your mom. Savings should be for emergencies.
It wasn't that much anyway. Besides, this counts as an emergency, right? My allowance got cut because of the money we're sending. A man needs some spending money.
Maybe, but these amounts seem excessive, especially when we're supposedly helping your mom.
Look, it's my money, so no complaints. You must have savings too. Use them if you want. Why are you monitoring my spending anyway?
Because I care about our future? Because we're married? Because we just cut our budget by $2,500 a month?
You're being controlling. I work hard for my money.
I do, but I'm not touching them. Sure, things are tight, but we just need to get through a few months. That's what you said, remember?
Well, aren't you virtuous, Saint Sarah, never spending a penny?
That's not fair. I'm just trying to be responsible. Is your mom still needing the same amount of support? Could we maybe reduce it a bit?
She's still barely making ends meet. Every dollar helps.
Maybe we should all sit down and talk about this properly. Have a family meeting. Figure out a long-term plan.
Mom's trying her best right now. Just give it a little more time. She doesn't need the stress of a meeting.
But we can't keep this up forever. Our savings are starting to dwindle.
Just a few more months, please. Trust me on this.
A few more months? That's what you said 2 months ago. Something feels off about all this.
Hey, if the household budget is too tight, what about using our joint savings? We could use that for Mom, just temporarily.
Absolutely not. That's for real emergencies. We agreed on that when we set up the account.
This is real. Family is real. What could be more important?
We're managing, even if it's tight. I want to save that money for if one of us gets sick or injured or really can't work. That's what emergency funds are for.
I thought it was a good idea. Whatever, I'll leave the money stuff to you. I'm not good at it anyway. You love being in control.
This isn't about control. It's about our future. And what's with that attitude?
What attitude? I'm letting you handle it, aren't I?
Just try not to spend too much, even from your own savings. You never know when you might really need it. please try to stay within your allowance. We agreed on these budgets together.
Fine, I'll be careful. Happy now?
Don't be like that. I'm just trying to look out for us.
Whatever. Look, I need to go. Early meeting tomorrow.
Wait, can we talk about this properly? Something feels wrong lately.
Nothing's wrong. You're overthinking things, as usual.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just tired. I need sleep.
Okay, have a safe trip back. I'm going to get ready for bed. But we need to talk when you get home.
Okay, good night. Don't worry too much about money. We'll figure it out. We always do.
If you say so. Good night.
Sarah, I sent Mom's money this month. She says it hasn't come through. Did something go wrong with the transfer?
Of course it hasn't. I didn't send it, and we both know why.
What? Why not? Mom needs that money.
I was going to talk to you when you got home, but I want a divorce. That's why I stopped the payments. I know everything, Marcus.
What are you talking about? This makes no sense. You're not thinking straight.
What doesn't make sense is being made to send money for months while you're out there spending like crazy. I'm done. I'm done being lied to.
Mom isn't spending carelessly. Stop making accusations. She needs our help.
I'm not talking about your mom. I'm talking about you. Your lies. Your secret spending.
What do you mean? What lies?
I'm not sending any more money because your mom isn't in need. She never was she?
You're gonna abandon Mom when she needs help? After everything she's done for us? How could you?
Your mom doesn't need help because she was never getting the money. Stop pretending. It's over.
This is ridiculous. If you don't want to pay alimony, fine. I won't ask for any. Just keep helping Mom.
Oh, that's okay. I already got the settlement from your mom. She paid it up front. Said her son should be ashamed and he'd get it back from you later. She wanted me to get out as soon as possible. Funny how that worked out, isn't it?
You talked to Mom? When? How?
When I finally decided to check on her myself, instead of believing your lies. Want to keep pretending? Or should we talk about where that money really went?
Sarah, wait! We can explain everything!
We or you? Because your mom had quite a lot to say. None of it good. I've been talking about expenses a lot lately. The thing is, I contacted your mom a few months ago. I wanted to know how the B&B was doing. Thought maybe I could help with marketing or something.
Why would you contact her behind my back? You should have asked me first.
Why? Because you didn't want me to find out? Because every time I asked you, all you'd say was that things were still tough. Plus, I wanted to see if there was any other way I could help. I care about your mom, you know that. Or at least I did, before I found out what you've been doing.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense!
Imagine my surprise when she said she never received any money and the B&B was doing great, actually breaking records this year. Where did over $10,000 disappear to? Care to explain?
Mom must be confused. Let me handle this. I'll figure out what's going wrong with the transfers. Maybe they're going to the wrong account.
Wrong account? Like the account at that gentleman's club? The one you've been frequenting?
I'll figure out what's going on and get back to you. There must be some mistake.
Stop looking for excuses. I know everything. Every transaction, every visit, every lie.
What do you mean? You're just making accusations.
I know you've been using the support money to spend at that gentleman's club, paying for that hostess, the one with the butterfly tattoo. Ring any bells?
How do you know about that? Have you been following me?
I told you, I investigated everything. Had to after I talked to your mom. The pieces weren't adding up.
You had me investigated? That's an invasion of privacy!
Pretending to send money to your mom while actually spending it at clubs. And those business trips? Going on vacation with her? Some nerve you've got. Talking about invasion of privacy while you stole our savings.
Those trips were for work! You're twisting everything!
Really? Work? Is that what you call taking her to the beach resort? The one you promised to take me to someday? And I noticed you've been taking money from our joint savings too, making huge withdrawals once you realized I wouldn't touch it. You need to pay that back. I don't want it affecting the divorce settlement. Your mom agrees.
You told Mom about all this? How could you?
How could I? How could you? Using your mother as an excuse to steal money?
Do I have to pay it back? The savings account was joint. I had a right to that money.
Obviously, if the withdrawals come up during the divorce, you'll have to pay anyway. So, when you get home, you're signing those divorce papers. Everything's ready to go. Your mom's lawyer helped prepare them.
Wait! Sarah! I don't want a divorce! This is too sudden! We can work this out!
A minute ago, you were fine with it, saying you wouldn't ask for alimony. I thought you were ready to end things. Or was that just another bluff? You were happy to spend money on that club girl, though.
That's different! I really don't want to lose you! We've been through so much together!
Didn't you tell her you might leave your wife? I heard that in one of the recorded conversations. My wife doesn't understand me. Sound familiar?
You recorded conversations too? That's illegal!
I told you I investigated everything. You're really slow to catch on. We hired professionals to gather all the evidence. So please, stop making up excuses. Everything was done legally, unlike your financial fraud.
I can't deal with this! You've turned my own mother against me!
That's my line. And no, you turned your mother against you. All by yourself, with every lie you told.
I never really meant to leave you. Sometimes I just get carried away in the moment. You might not believe me, but please try to understand. The attention was nice.
This isn't about believing or not believing. The facts are, you lied about sending money to your mom, used it for entertainment, took money from our joint savings, spent it on a hostess, and even went on trips with her. That's more than enough reason for divorce. The lies hurt more than the cheating.
We've been married for years. Sometimes guys just get a little wild. It didn't mean anything.
I never did. Never even thought about it. Because I respected our marriage.
That's because you're a woman. You don't understand male needs.
It's not about gender. It's about personal integrity. Men and women both cheat and have affairs. In your case, well, it seems like you weren't even very successful at it. She was just after your money. Our money, actually.
No, the girl was really into me. She kept asking me to spend time with her. I couldn't say no. She understood me.
Let's just leave it at that. Whatever the reason, I'm definitely getting divorced. So please pay back your mom for the settlement she advanced and return the money you took from our savings. Don't make this harder than it needs to be.
But, Sarah, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I promise I'll never do it again. I won't go to the club anymore. We can start fresh.
You're just saying that because you don't want to pay. Or maybe you don't want people knowing you got divorced because of your affair. Which excuse is it this time?
Neither! I really mean it this time. I'll change.
Like you meant it when you said you'd cook that weekend? Or when you said you'd take time off? Or when you said the money was for your mother?
That's not true. I really don't want to lose you. Give me another chance.
Another chance to lie? To steal? To pretend you're working late while you're at the club?
I know I messed up, but 12 years of marriage has to mean something.
It meant something to me. I was just your convenient ATM, wasn't I? I didn't spend much, kept saving money. Very different from the girl you were spending on. Sorry I wasn't more exciting. Sorry I was just the boring wife who paid the bills.
You're not boring. You're dependable, reliable.
Those aren't compliments, Marcus. They're excuses.
I took you for granted. I thought you'd always be okay. I'm sorry, really sorry. We can go to counseling.
Now you want counseling? After I caught you? Funny how that works.
I mean it this time. I'll do anything.
You weren't taking me for granted. You were looking down on me. I don't want to be with someone like that anymore. Someone who thinks I'm just the reliable wife at home.
That's not what I think. You're my everything.
Everything except enough. Everything except worth being faithful to. Everything except worth being honest with.
I can't live without you. Please don't do this.
You managed fine these past few months living it up. What you really can't live without is the money. I won't be fooled again. You're just scared because your mom's making you pay her back.
It's not about the money. I love you.
Love? Love doesn't lie. Love doesn't steal. Love doesn't use their mother as an excuse to fund their affair.
What should I do? Tell me how to fix this. I'll do anything.
Well, in your words, you'll figure it out. Just like you figured out how to empty our savings. Just like you figured out how to lie to me for months.
Give me time. Let me prove myself.
I gave you time. I gave you trust. I gave you the benefit of the doubt. What did you do with it all?
This isn't fair. You're not even giving me a chance to explain.
Explain what? The fake business trips? The lies about your mother? The money you stole? Go ahead, explain.
I was weak. I made mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes.
Mistakes? A mistake is forgetting to buy milk. A mistake is burning dinner. What you did was deliberate, calculated, planned.
I'll get help. See a therapist, whatever you want.
What I want? I wanted honesty. I wanted trust. I wanted a partner, not someone who saw me as a bank account.
You're being harsh. I never saw you that way.
Then why did you do it? Why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you use your mother as an excuse?
I don't know. It just happened.
Things don't just happen for months on end. You made choices. Now live with them.
What about all our plans? The future we talked about?
You killed those plans yourself. Every time you lied, every time you stole, every time you chose her over me.
She meant nothing. It was just entertainment.
That makes it worse. You threw away our marriage for nothing. You threw away our trust for entertainment. You threw away our future for a fantasy.
I'll end it with her right now. I'll call her and end it.
Don't bother. Your mom says she already left you. Something about you not having money anymore. Funny how that works out.
Mom told you that too?
Mom tells me everything now. She's more my family than yours at this point. At least I never lied to her, never used her, never stole from her.
This isn't happening! This can't be happening!
It is, and it's all your doing. The papers will be ready tomorrow. Sign them, then figure out how you're going to pay your mom back.
Can we talk about this in person, please?
No, I've moved out. Mom helped me find a place. Everything will go through the lawyers now.
You've already moved out? When?
While you were on your last business trip with her. Goodbye, Marcus. Don't contact me again, except through the lawyers. After this confrontation, Linda flew in to help with the divorce proceedings. As a single mother who had divorced due to her ex-husband's infidelity, she was furious about Marcus following in his father's footsteps. She convinced Marcus to agree to the divorce terms, which included a substantial settlement that he now has to repay to her. Linda made it clear that if he misses even one payment, she'll cut him out of his inheritance. What Marcus doesn't know is that Linda has already decided to donate her estate to charity. He'll face another disappointment when he discovers this later. The money Marcus took from their joint savings was deducted from his share of the divided assets, leaving him with nothing, according to Linda. Once Marcus could no longer spend money at the club, the hostess stopped paying attention to him, and now he is struggling with daily expenses due to repaying his debt to his mother. Well, some might debate whether his relationship with the hostess constituted a traditional affair. The deception about money and betrayal of trust were unforgivable to Sarah. She couldn't accept that her hard-earned money was being spent on his indulgences. Though it was a difficult period, Linda's support helped Sarah get through it. After everything was settled, Sarah visited Linda's B&B, and they celebrated her new single life together. Linda apologized repeatedly for her son's behavior, but to Sarah, she remains a trusted friend and mentor. While their relationship has changed, Sarah hopes to maintain their friendship as equals moving forward. Linda assured Sarah that someone better would come along eventually. Though Sarah isn't ready to think about dating yet, she's hopeful about starting this new chapter in her life. Tom, what's wrong? Did something happen?
Oh, good, you're on lunch break. I was hoping to catch you.
I just got my lunch break now. We've had a lot of surgeries and admissions today, so it's been crazy busy all day.
That sounds rough. Thank you for working so hard.
One emergency after another. I had to skip breakfast. I'm just grabbing a quick sandwich now.
You should eat properly. Do you want me to bring you something?
No time today. I only got 20 minutes left. Thanks, though.
You work too hard sometimes.
It's just part of the job. So what did you want to talk to me about?
It's about work. I'm thinking about cutting back on my hours. Would that be okay with you?
Cut back on work? Why?
I want to reduce my illustration work. Your nursing salary is more than enough for us.
But you just landed that children's book series contract last month. I thought you were excited about it.
I was, but I've been thinking about our family situation.
What about it?
Well, since you're so busy at the hospital, I thought it might be better if I handled more things at home.
More things? You already do quite a bit with your flexible schedule.
Not enough. You're still juggling too much.
So you're saying you want to be a stay-at-home dad?
Well, I'd take on most household duties, so basically, yeah.
Is everything okay with your work? Did something happen with your clients?
No, nothing like that. I've just been thinking about priorities.
I mean, that would be really helpful, but are you sure? I thought you loved your illustration work.
The passion isn't gone, if that's what you're worried about.
It kind of seems like it might be. You used to talk about your projects all the time.
I'm not quitting completely, just scaling back. Besides, I work from home anyway. Doesn't it make more sense for me to take on more household responsibilities?
I mean, you already do quite a bit.
Not nearly enough. You're still cooking most nights.
That's because I enjoy cooking when I can. It helps me decompress.
Yeah, but you still do a lot. You cook meals, clean, and handle Emma's swimming lessons. I can take over all the swimming pickups and drop-offs.
That's true. The swimming schedule has been tough lately.
Exactly my point. You shouldn't have to rush from work to swimming lessons.
Oh, that would actually be really nice. Those twice-weekly trips can be rough, especially after night shifts.
The schedule must be exhausting. You barely get any rest between shifts.
True. Sometimes I feel like I'm running on autopilot.
Exactly. I've already started arranging things with my clients.
Wait, you've already started? Without discussing it with me first?
Just preliminary conversations, nothing set in stone.
What about the advance you got for the book series?
I'll still complete that project, it just won't take on any new ones for a while.
Well, if that's what you want to do, I guess it's fine. It's not like you'll have zero income.
Right, I'll make sure to keep enough work to bring in something. You'll just be the main breadwinner.
That's a big change. Are you sure you're okay with that?
Absolutely. You've worked so hard to build your career.
It just seems sudden. You've never mentioned wanting this before.
Sometimes the best decisions come suddenly, you know?
I suppose. Just don't want you to regret it later.
I won't. I've thought it through carefully.
Okay then. I'll have to work extra hard at my job. At least I can focus better knowing you're handling things at home.
That's the spirit. You won't have to worry about household stuff anymore.
Still feels a bit surreal. You've always been so career-focused.
People change. Priorities shift.
That's true. When did you start thinking about this?
It's been on my mind for a few months now.
Months? Why didn't you mention it sooner?
I just wanted to be sure before bringing it up.
Makes sense. I just hope you're not doing this because you feel pressured.
Not at all. It's what I want.
As long as you're sure, we can always adjust if it doesn't work out.
Your career's been going so well, I feel comfortable cutting back. Oh, Emma should be home soon. I better get ready for swimming.
Don't forget her swim cap. She's always forgetting it.
Got it right here. Already packed her bag.
Thanks. You're really on top of things today.
Emma seems to really enjoy swimming. Her coach says she has natural talent.
Really? When did the coach say that?
Last week after practice, said she has excellent form.
Really? That's amazing. Who knows? Maybe we've got a future Olympian on our hands. Listen to me being such a proud mom. Lol.
Why not? She's got the build for it.
She is pretty athletic for her age.
I actually think Emma could make it to the Olympics if she really worked at it.
That's quite a leap from enjoying swimming lessons.
But think about it. She's the perfect age to start serious training.
Top athletes do start training super young. The amount of practice they put in must be crazy.
Exactly. Most Olympic swimmers start intensive training around age 8 to 10.
Emma's right in that range.
Oh, that reminds me. I wanted to ask about increasing Emma's swimming lessons. I think more practice would really help her improve.
Increase? From twice a week?
Yeah, the coach mentioned it might be good for her development.
If Emma's okay with it, sure. But will she have enough energy?
Kids are resilient. They adapt quickly.
True, but she also needs time for homework and play.
She's 9 now. If anything, she might not be getting enough exercise. I asked her about adding more swimming days, and she said she wanted to. If we're serious about the Olympics, we need to start proper training now. And since I'll be handling all the transportation, it won't add to your workload.
When did you ask her about this?
Yesterday, after practice, she seemed excited.
Oh, wow. Well, if Emma's on board, I guess it's okay.
Great. Let's make it 5 days a week.
Wait, what? 5 days?
It's the optimal training schedule.
Wait, 5 days? That seems like way too much. When would she have time for housework or just being a kid?
It's not that much. She's only in the pool for an hour each time. Adding 2 more days only means 2 more hours total.
That's still a big jump from twice a week.
Other serious swimmers her age train even more.
But does Emma want to be a serious swimmer?
She loves it. You've seen how happy she is in the pool.
Why don't we try adding 1 day first and see how it goes? If she handles 3 days well, we can think about adding another. I think gradually increasing would be better. It would be hard on Emma if her schedule changed dramatically all at once.
You're being too cautious. Kids can handle more than you think.
I'd rather be cautious than overwhelm her.
Fine, you worry too much, but we're aiming for 5 days eventually. Honestly, I'd have her go every day if I could.
Every day? Tom, that's excessive.
Not for someone with real potential.
You really have high hopes for her. The Olympics would be amazing, but...
But what?
Nothing, just thinking out loud.
I believe in Emma's potential.
I believe in her too, but I just want to make sure she's happy.
Success requires sacrifice. She'll thank us later.
If that's what she wants.
Trust me on this.
Well, having something to work hard at is good. I'll work hard at my job to pay for all these lessons.
That's the spirit.
As long as Emma stays enthusiastic about it.
She will. I'll make sure of it.
Just remember, she's still a kid.
Kids need pushing sometimes. That's what parents are for.
True, but there's a balance.
Just leave it to me. I'll handle her training schedule.
Okay, but let's check in regularly about how she's doing.
Sure. Hey, by the way,
Yes?
You're on an early shift today, right? Can you pick up 2 gallons of milk on your way home?
Sure, but we don't usually go through that much milk.
I'm making mac and cheese tonight.
Oh, nice. It's been ages since you made that. Looking forward to it.
Emma's been begging for it after swimming, but I forgot to get milk earlier.
Speaking of swimming, did she go today?
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, and Friday are her swimming days now.
Wait, what? Since when?
Started this week. Remember, we agreed to try 3 days.
But we haven't even discussed the schedule yet.
It was the only time slot available.
Wait, what? That's not what I meant. She was coughing this morning. I thought she'd be staying home from swimming. Tom, I'm serious. She was definitely coughing this morning.
It's just a cough. I'm not letting her skip swimming for that. She doesn't even have a fever.
Did you actually check her temperature?
She felt fine when I touched her forehead.
That's not accurate enough. Did you use the thermometer?
She's fine. Stop worrying so much.
Being careful isn't the same as worrying too much.
She's already at practice anyway.
You took her without checking her temperature properly?
Emma said she wanted to go. I didn't force her or anything.
Did she really say that, or did she just not want to disappoint you?
What's that supposed to mean?
You've been pretty intense about her swimming lessons lately.
I'm just encouraging her to pursue excellence.
There's a difference between encouragement and pressure.
You're making it sound like I'm some kind of monster.
No, I'm just concerned about your approach.
My approach is fine. Emma's doing great.
But part of being a parent is knowing when to make kids rest, even if they want to keep going. Sometimes kids don't know when to slow down. That's when we need to step in.
You're being overprotective again.
It's called being responsible.
She's fine. It's no big deal. She just got back from swimming and she's totally energetic.
That doesn't mean anything. Kids can push through when they're sick.
See? She's perfectly fine.
For now, but she might feel worse later.
You're catastrophizing.
I'm being realistic. The weather's been awful lately. The temperature changes are what worry me.
She was inside a heated pool.
Okay, but if she has a fever tomorrow, she's skipping swimming. We don't want it to get worse.
What? No way. She's absolutely going tomorrow.
I'm talking about if she has a fever. We need to watch her health carefully.
Only if it's a high fever.
What counts as high to you?
Anything over 102.
That's way too high. Any fever means she needs rest.
That's ridiculous. Slight fevers are normal.
Not for swimming. You don't need to be this strict about it. Don't push her so hard.
You don't understand athletics at all.
I understand health. That's literally my job.
Being a nurse doesn't make you an expert on sports training.
No, but it makes me an expert on when someone needs rest.
This is nothing. Next month, we're increasing Emma's swimming to 5 days a week.
What? We never agreed to that.
It's the natural progression.
3 days is plenty. Emma seems tired lately. I don't think she can handle more.
Of course she's tired. She's building endurance.
There's a difference between healthy tiredness and exhaustion.
She's still building up her stamina. She'll get used to it.
You can't just force stamina through overtraining.
It's not overtraining. Other kids her age do much more.
We're not talking about other kids. We're talking about Emma.
Emma needs to keep up if she wants to succeed.
Keep up with what? She's 9.
Exactly. We're already behind schedule.
Behind whose schedule? Not Emma's.
The Olympic training schedule.
She never said she wanted to be in the Olympics.
Because she doesn't know her own potential yet.
Or maybe that's not what she wants.
She's too young to know what she wants.
But you know better?
Yes, actually, I do.
I don't know about that, Tom. Aren't you going overboard? Let's listen to what Emma wants and watch how she's doing before deciding.
You're undermining my authority.
This isn't about authority. It's about Emma's well-being.
I'm looking out for her future.
By destroying her present?
That's dramatic. She's fine.
Is she? When's the last time you actually asked her how she feels?
She knows she can talk to me.
Can she? Or is she afraid to disappoint you?
Now you're just making assumptions.
I'm observing our daughter's behavior.
You barely see her these days with your work schedule.
Low blow, Tom. I might work long hours, but I pay attention when I'm home.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I notice things, like how she stopped talking about swimming.
She's just focused on improving.
Or maybe she's losing interest because it's becoming a chore.
Everything worthwhile feels like a chore sometimes.
Not everything needs to be about achievement.
Not everything needs to be about fun either.
She's 9, Tom. Fun should be a priority.
Fun doesn't build character.
Neither does burning out in elementary school.
She's not burning out. You're projecting.
I'm protecting. There's a difference.
From what? Success?
From excessive pressure.
Life is pressure. Better she learns to handle it now.
There are better ways to teach resilience.
Like what? Letting her quit whenever things get hard?
No one's talking about quitting.
Sounds like you are.
I'm talking about balance.
Balance is for mediocrity.
That's a terrible mentality.
That's the mentality of winners.
That's the mentality that breaks children.
You're being melodramatic.
And you're being unreasonable.
I'm being ambitious for our daughter.
There's ambitious and there's obsessive.
I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Because lately it seems like swimming is all you care about.
Someone has to care about her future.
What about her present? Her happiness?
Success brings happiness.
Not always, and not at any cost. Hey, about this morning, can we talk about this properly? Emma said she didn't want to go to swimming today. Why are you forcing her? And you were so angry, too.
Not this again.
Yes, this again. This is important.
What's your problem? Even you're against me now?
I'm not against you. I'm for Emma.
Same thing.
No, it's really not. She had a fever. She needs to rest.
It was barely above normal, just a low-grade fever, not even enough to miss school, let alone skip activities.
Swimming is different from sitting at a desk.
Exercise helps boost the immune system.
Not when you're already sick.
She's barely sick.
Any fever is a sign the body needs rest.
You're being dramatic.
I'm being a responsible parent.
You're being overprotective.
But swimming is different. It seems cruel. If she still has a fever after school, please let her skip.
Just focus on your work. You're at the hospital now, right? Concentrate on that.
Don't deflect. This is important.
Work is important too.
Stop trying to change the subject.
I'm not, just stating facts.
Emma said she wanted to skip on her own. If you make her go now, it's forcing her. Didn't we say activities should be fun?
She's probably just getting lazy about practice. You're too soft. If we let her skip whenever she wants, we're wasting the membership fees.
This isn't about money.
Everything's about money.
She's not being lazy. She was almost crying earlier. I think she's really not feeling well.
She's probably just fake crying. Kids that age learn those tricks.
Are you being serious right now?
Kids manipulate. It's what they do.
Or maybe she's genuinely miserable.
She'll be fine once she gets in the pool.
You can't just swim away a fever.
Watch her.
This is the first time she's ever refused swimming like this. Don't you think maybe she's really struggling with the increased schedule?
What do you mean?
Since we increased to 3 days a week, she hardly talks about swimming anymore. Maybe she's not enjoying it.
She's just focused.
Or overwhelmed.
Everyone goes through phases like this. Once she gets through it, she'll enjoy swimming again. But she's absolutely not skipping today.
Why today specifically?
Today's important.
What's so important about today?
It just is.
That's not an answer.
Important training day.
They're all important to you lately.
This one's special.
Special how?
It just is.
You're being weirdly evasive.
You're being weirdly pushy.
I don't understand why you're so adamant about not letting her miss one day. Are you projecting your own ideals onto Emma? Forcing her to do something she hates isn't going to help her grow.
If you've got problems with my methods, why don't you be the stay-at-home parent? You said you'd leave the house stuff to me.
Don't turn this around on me.
You're the one questioning everything.
That's true, but I didn't mean completely hands-off with parenting. We should make decisions about Emma together.
I spend way more time with Emma now. I decide the education policy. You just worry about earning money.
Excuse me?
You heard me.
Since when did we divide parenting like this?
Since you chose career over family.
I did not choose career over family.
Didn't you?
I provide for our family.
And I'm providing direction.
That's messed up. I appreciate you handling the housework, but I can't agree with your methods.
Your methods would make her soft.
My methods would keep her healthy.
Shut up already. Unlike you, I won't spoil our child.
I'm not spoiling her. I'm just worried you're putting too much pressure on Emma.
No, you're too soft. Your way will make her weak. I want Emma to grow up to be an exceptional person.
And I don't?
You're satisfied with mediocrity.
I'm satisfied with happiness.
Happiness comes from achievement.
Not through force.
You don't understand anything.
I understand our daughter.
You just think you do.
I have more to say, but... I'm being called. I need to get back to work. We'll talk more later.
There's nothing more to discuss. Focus on your job.
This isn't over.
Yes, it is.
It's almost time for swimming. How's Emma's temperature?
Like I said, it's nothing serious, just a slight fever. I'm taking her to swimming now.
So she does have a fever. That doesn't matter. She needs to skip today.
Stop nagging! She's absolutely not skipping today!
Why are you being so unreasonable?
Why are you being so difficult?
You won't listen even after all this? Stop dragging our sick daughter into your affair. Is meeting your girlfriend that important?
What the hell?
Are you shocked? Or just angry you got caught?
What are you talking about? What affair?
Don't play innocent. It's beneath you.
You're not making any sense!
What? Some great parent you are. I'm worried about Emma's future if she's being raised by someone like you.
Wait, what are you talking about? What affair?
Playing dumb just makes this worse.
I'm not playing dumb. Are you losing it? You're not making any sense.
Really? Do you want me to spell it out?
Yes, actually, I do.
I'm dead serious. You should confess sooner rather than later.
This is ridiculous. You're making accusations with no proof.
Oh, I have proof.
Where's your evidence? Don't make accusations like that.
Funny you should ask about evidence.
What's that supposed to mean?
Remember earlier when I got called away by a nurse? I had a visitor.
A visitor? What's that got to do with anything?
Everything, actually.
You're being cryptic.
The visitor was my mom friend's husband.
Why would your mom friend's husband come to your workplace? Maybe you're the one having an affair.
Nice deflection attempt.
I'm serious.
His name is Mr. Anderson. His wife takes their kid to the same swim school. You've met them, right? So you probably know why her husband came to see me.
No idea. Don't know any Andersons.
Still playing dumb? He came to tell me about you and his wife's affair.
That's absurd.
Is it?
What? You're believing some random guy's story? That's pathetic.
Random guy? I thought you didn't know any Andersons.
I don't!
Your stories aren't matching up.
This is ridiculous!
Huh, pathetic is right. He had evidence, like recordings of your conversations.
What? He was recording us? That's gotta be illegal!
That's your concern? The legality?
Well, it is!
Not denying the conversations happened, though, are you?
This is entrapment!
He planted a bug in the car. I'm shocked you two would do that stuff in a car, but I guess a hotel would be too obvious.
Nothing happened!
Nothing? Really?
You can't prove anything!
Oh, really? The recordings were so explicit I wanted to cover my ears. How could you do such shameless things?
It could be anyone's voice, someone who sounds like me.
Try again. The conversations included information only you would know. There's no point denying it anymore. Got it?
That doesn't prove anything!
Shall I quote some specifics?
How did her husband figure it out?
Finally, a confession.
I didn't confess anything.
Your question did it for you. His wife started acting strange about 6 months ago. Suddenly quit her job, got really into her appearance. Come to think of it, that's when you started talking about cutting back on work too.
That's just a coincidence.
No way it's a coincidence. Stop playing dumb, it's insulting. I'll send these recordings to your parents, and FYI, he has photos of you two together too.
You wouldn't.
Try me.
Please, don't do that.
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't.
It would destroy everything.
You destroyed everything.
We can work this out.
Can we?
Yes, please.
Next time you play dumb, I'm sending the recordings to your parents and all your relatives. Understand?
Okay, I admit it.
Finally. All that Olympic athlete talk was BS. You never cared about that at all.
It wasn't all lies.
No? Which part was true?
I did want Emma to succeed.
You just wanted to increase swimming lessons to see her more often, right? You could have met any other time, like when Emma was at school.
Well, yeah, we were both stay-at-home parents with lots of free time.
You became a stay-at-home dad just for the affair, didn't you? I heard she suddenly quit her job to be a stay-at-home mom 6 months ago. You planned this together, right?
Not exactly.
Then what exactly?
It just happened.
Things don't just happen.
I mean, we did it in lots of places, but something about the car during swim practice was the best. The time limit, the taboo of it, the thrill of doing it while the kids were at practice. It was intoxicating.
That's disgusting. You picked Emma up right after in that car, with her. I can't believe you could do something so vile.
We were careful not to mess up the car, and we usually used her car anyway.
That's not the point. What's wrong with your moral compass?
I'm sorry.
Sorry you did it, or sorry you got caught?
Both?
At least you're honest about that. Your daughter has a fever, but you tried to make her go anyway. You wanted to see her that badly?
Well, today was special. We had plans to try something different.
Special? What's so special? What's so different today?
We were gonna try something new today. That's why I really wanted to go.
You tried to drag a sick Emma to swimming for that? I can't believe you. You monster.
I got addicted to being with her. We were doing it so often lately, I couldn't stop myself.
Sounds like you're completely obsessed.
Maybe I am.
With the sex or with her?
Both, I guess.
Drowning in lust, huh? Before forcing Emma to learn swimming, maybe you should learn how not to sink so low.
Good one. That's clever.
This isn't a joke.
I know.
Swimming is canceled. I'm sure she's too busy dealing with her husband about divorce anyway.
What's gonna happen to us?
Us? There is no us anymore.
We can work this out!
I'm definitely seeking damages from your girlfriend. I've already told her husband I support him seeking damages from you, too.
From me?
Of course. Did you think there wouldn't be consequences?
But damages?
Of course, I'm getting money from you, too. And you're signing divorce papers.
Wait, please! Yes, the affair was wrong, but she was just a fling! I was just looking for excitement! We barely had any intimacy after Emma was born. I was lonely, and when a beautiful woman came on to me, I couldn't help myself.
Blaming me now?
No, just explaining.
Any decent person would turn down advances, no matter how tempting. How weak are you?
This is just how men are!
Don't try to dodge responsibility by generalizing. The affair was your personal choice.
You really won't forgive me?
You used our daughter to meet your girlfriend. You reduced your work for it too. It was all for yourself. How can I forgive someone who used both his wife and daughter?
I got carried away with the pleasure. Please don't divorce me. I won't cheat again, and I won't force Emma to go to swimming. I'll pay damages.
You probably couldn't last 2 days without giving in to temptation. I should push you into the pool and hold you under. Maybe that would cool off your overheated brain.
That's harsh.
Truth hurts, doesn't it?
Can we talk about this in person?
No, I don't want to see your face right now.
Please, we need to discuss this properly.
Everything that needs to be said has been said.
What about Emma?
Don't you dare use her as a bargaining chip now.
She needs both parents.
She needs parents she can trust.
I can change.
Too late for that. Three months later, Sarah returned home to find Tom sitting formally in their living room, looking pale. Despite his repeated apologies, nothing he said resonated with Sarah, who presented him with divorce papers. The other husband also divorced his wife shortly after. After the divorce, Sarah reduced Emma's swimming lessons back to twice a week. Emma started enjoying swimming again, which was a huge relief. Sarah was glad the experience hadn't ruined swimming for her daughter. The most important thing was seeing Emma happy to attend her lessons again. Currently, Sarah and Emma live with Sarah's parents. As Tom had pointed out, Sarah's income was more than sufficient, so they could manage perfectly well without him. However, Tom made several attempts to reconcile by showing up at her parents' house. After about 3 months of his persistent visits, Sarah finally snapped. She grabbed a bucket, filled it with water, and drenched Tom completely. After that day, Tom never showed up again. As Sarah watched his soaking figure trudge away, she felt absolutely no sympathy for him. She has no idea what became of Tom after that, nor does she care to know.